Today, North Texans talking about the state of politics in our nation's capital following last night's State of the Union address and some pretty memorable moments.
Let's get to political reporter Jack Fink live for us in Garland. And Jack, what are people saying to you there?
Well, Ken and Brooke, most of the people we spoke with today say they are sad and disappointed about how divided the U.S. is. Even if you didn't watch last night's State of the Union address, you likely saw clips of it. President Donald Trump didn't shake Speaker Nancy Pelosi's hand when he arrived at his podium, and when he was done, she ripped a copy of the speech that he gave her. We spoke with diners at both Judy's Cafe and Desperado's Mexican restaurant here in Garland about the speech and the hyper-partisanship on Capitol Hill. Some people said both of them were wrong last night, but others blamed either the president or the speaker for the divisive display last night.
Pelosi was probably right, I think, to shake his hand, and then him to snub her, I think, was inappropriate, and then for her to tear up the speech was probably just her emotional reaction to.
Probably he shouldn't have subbed her that way, although I didn't see it, and I've heard that maybe he just didn't notice it, or maybe it was intentional. I feel he had good reason to feel that way about the way the House of Representatives were acting, and I thought what she did was childish, to say the least.
I felt really bad for her, actually, but I always think that two wrong don't make one right, and I thought she was wrong also about ripping the paperwork and stuff.
Now, some of those we spoke with also said the impeachment hearings and impeachment trial just concluded this afternoon are another example of how divided the U.S. is. We asked people what solutions they had. Few had any real answers. We'll hear from more folks coming up at 5. Live in Garland, Jack Fink, CBS 11 News.